Jake Powell. Number 7, Jake Turbo. Number 8, Carson Plunkett. Number 4, Brian Betts. Number 14, Cody Hedrick. Number 1, Ty McCoy. Number 10, Jackson Parker. And number 19, Aiden Warnell. The Eagles are led by Coach Sanguinetti.
It's up. It's up. It's up. No. Y'all want me to go? Okay.
Okay. And now the starting lineup for your Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Batting first, number 13, Connor Griffin. Batting second, number 7, Jackson Cummings. Batting third, number 32, Chandler Lawson. Batting fourth, number 5, Ethan Mendez. Batting sixth, number 19, Riley Underwood. And finally, number 2, Tyler Wedgeworth. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will rise and remove your hats for playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Whitman here on the campus of Chapel Hill High School for tonight's game between the visiting Lindale Eagles and the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. I am here with intern Claire. She will not be on the air, however. She's a little under the weather, so we're going to keep her kind of off the air per her request, but she is going to be here to help on the production side of things, and we're always happy for her to help us out. But we're glad that you're with us tonight for the game. They had to play a game last night because of the weather delay or the weather postponement of the earlier game in the week. And it was a big game last night for Lindale as a no-hitter was done. They won 2-0 over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs going to try to even up and come back. Hudson LeGros was the pitcher on the mound last night. Starting lineups for the Lindale Eagles. Leading off Caden Fleming, Caleb Hart, Jacob Powell, Jake Kerbo, Carson Plunkett, Ryan Betts, Cody Hendrick, Ty McCoy, and Jackson Parker. In the field for the Bulldogs, from left to right at third, Riley Underwood. Shortstop, Connor Griffin. At second, Jesus Semniago. At first, Ethan Mendez. In the outfield, Tyler Wedgeworth. In left, in center field, Jackson Cummings. Braylon Dean in right field. Behind the plate, Chandler Lawson. And on the mound for the Bulldogs is Trevor Brooks. Brooks finishing his pitches, warm up for the ball game. Got a fairly good crowd out here tonight. Back the camera out here, you can kind of see a little bit in front, but behind me in the grass, I don't want to call it the grassy knoll area, but the grassy area, there are a lot of fans on both sides here for both teams. So we're glad that everybody's here. Wrapping things up on the mound here and ready to get things started is Trevor Brooks. As Caden Fleming is going to step into the batter's box and get things ready. We're glad that you're watching. If you are watching, go ahead and chat with us. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and how things are going in your world. We're glad, again, that you are watching, as always, here on NetSN. First pitch going to be a swing and a miss and a strike on Caden Fleming. And here's the pitch. It's going to be down and low, but a strike is called by the umpire. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes, excuse me. And I fly ball backwards and almost hit my truck. Shouldn't have parked there, but that's okay. So Fleming stays alive. 0-2 is the count. Good little curveball there. Didn't break as much as Trevor Brooks wanted it to. And that's the first ball. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a little bit above the numbers for a ball. Count runs even at 2. Brooks with the pitch. And a check swing pitch hit. Stays alive is Caden Fleming. Had a lot of rain this week, but field looks pretty good. A little muddy on the outskirts where the fans are sitting, but on the field itself. And there's a hit. It's going to be a high fly ball into short, right in the infield at the grass line, and the third baseman hits it. That's going to be Riley Underwood for out number 1. Caleb Hart up next for the Eagles. Going to step in after the fly ball. And there's the pitch inside for a strike. Catches the inside corner. There's the pitch. Good little breaking ball. It's going to cut to the tip of the bat. Going to foul it off, so 0-2 is the count. Quickly behind is Hart as Trevor Brooks winds up, and here's the pitch. Little outside, kind of in the other batter's box there, and it's going to be a ball. Here comes the pitch, high off the glove of Chandler Lawson. So 1-2 is going to be the count. Correction, 2-2. Here's the pitch. And a good little pitch, but it's going to go straight to Connor Griffin. A good little hit. But Griffin didn't even have to take a step. He just kind of straightened up and caught that ball. So that's 2 down for the Eagles, and Jake Powell is going to step in. See if he can get something started for Lindale this top of the first. Here's the pitch. Good little breaking ball, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the pitch. And a foul. It's going to hit the ground first, foul ball. They're going to play it out and throw it on over, but it was foul. That's going to go way to the outside for a ball. So 1-2 is going to be the count. And that pitch is going to be low in the dirt. And even the count of 2. A lot of games this week had to be postponed and pushed back. So a lot of games from last night, some doubleheaders last night, and some games played last night and tonight. And that's going to be hit high, fly ball over in foul territory. Ethan Mendez went over, made the catch. Round number 3. That's going to be it for the Eagles in the top of the first. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN, brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
In the top of the first, Chapel Hill going to try to get something going here and see what they can get going. Connor Griffin going to lead things off as he'll step in. Jackson Parker on the mound. First pitch swung on and missed. For the Eagles in the outfield, Jake Powell at third, Caden Fleming at shortstop, Ryan Betts second, Carson Plunkett at first, Ty McCoy left field. That hit's going to be out in left field straight to Ty McCoy. Say his name and his number gets called, and there's a fly out straight to him. Center field is Jake Kerbo. Aiden Warnell out in right field. Jackson Parker, of course, on the mound, and Caleb Hart behind the plate for the Eagles. So quickly, Connor Griffin sits down. Jackson Cummings steps up to see what he can do. And the standings here in 16-4A, as that one gets hit over to Powell. And Powell gets it to Plunkett for out number 2. So quickly, the Bulldogs have 2 down, and Chandler Lawson is going to step in. See what he can get going here. Again, if you're watching and you'd like to, we have a chat feature. Go ahead and chat up and let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Here's the pitch by Parker. It's going to be in there for a strike. Looked a little low from this angle. However, we are kind of high up, so sometimes hard to judge. But again, they don't pay us to make those calls. It's going to be outside for a ball, so 1-1 now the count. As the season sorts of winds down, we're about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks away. Fly ball out of the right field as Warnell kind of drifts over to the right center field and gets out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Bulldogs, and we're through 1 here in Chapel Hill. We'll be right back. You're watching. Welcome back, everybody. As I was kind of talking about right before the fly out by Lawson, District 16 4A, Lindale and Van tied up there at the top at 5-0 in district. Chapel Hill in third at 2-3. Brownsboro 1-2, and then Athens and Cumberland Academy at 0-4 right now in the district. So Chapel Hill trying to hold on to that third place spot for a playoff run with just a few weeks left. And they're looking for that spot. They made it last year to the playoffs. Did a good job of holding on. And a good team this year to make that, to make that happen again here in Chapel Hill. Lindale looking to get that district championship again like they did last year. And they kind of took it away from what Van thought that they were going to get, and I think it's going to come down to that rivalry again this year. But right now, it's Lindale and Chapel Hill. And Jake Kerbo is going to step up to the plate and try his hand at getting on base. That's going to be a high fly ball into left field. Tyler Wedgeworth underneath, out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's going to bring Carson Plunkett up to the plate. High fly ball. It's going to be backwards. Everybody's kind of ducking out of the way. Kids running for the ball. One and one the count. High and inside for a ball. That pitch is going to be a little bit low for a ball. Puts the count at 3-1. And that's going to be a high fly ball infield. Mendez runs up just in the infield grass for out number 2. Ryan Betts steps in to the batter's box for the Lindale Eagles. Tries his hand at it. And swing and a miss at the first pitch. And right now, the Eagles have just flown out in every pitch. They're hitting the ball. It's just they're hitting it to somebody. So a little slow start for both teams. That's going to be fouled off into the dugout of the Eagles. His teammates had to kind of jump out of the way. And that's going to be hit. Griffin gets it, backhands it all the way, a good stretch out, and not in time. Griffin gets that ball right on the outfield grass and tries to make that good throw, but Ryan Betts just a little bit too fast for him, and a base hit. Puts a runner on first. So we have our first base runner of the game. And Cody Hendrick will try to move Ryan Betts around. Trevor Brooks steps off the rubber and puts Betts back over at first. And this time he throws and not in time. And that's going to be a good hit out into left field. Wedgeworth there. Good little base hit. It advances the runner, and another base runner for Ty McCoy to head to the plate. A little sign of life from the Eagles. And that's going to be a hit into right field. And Braylon Dean is there for out number 3. So the 2 base hits back-to-back come up for nothing for the Eagles as a good pitch out of trouble by Trevor Brooks. And we're on to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back from Chapel Hill.
Specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
We are back. Ethan Mendez is stepping in and takes that first pitch, watches it go in for a strike. We had 3 up, 3 down by the Bulldogs last at bat. Mendez swings and misses on that one. Makes it 0-2. Here's a pitch on the outside corner and catches it. And it's going to be strike three, much to the dismay of Ethan Mendez. He didn't think that one was a good call. Riley Underwood. He's going to step in. And that pitch is going to be hit down foul down the third base line as the coach will pick it up. Parker didn't like what he saw, shook it off, now he got it. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit. Fleming over to Plunkett. In time, out number 2. Jesus Semeniago. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I am not. He's going to step in with 2 outs, nobody on, no runs. And the first pitch is going to be a strike as he watches that one go across. A lot of first pitch strikes by Parker so far. That one, however, is going to be a little inside as Semeniago had to jump out of the way a little bit. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Parker looks in, gets what he wants from the stretch, and the pitch. In there for strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts out of that one as Parker's finding his rhythm. And we're through 2 here in Chapel Hill. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested...
And we are back. A lot of things going on here tonight on NetSN. Prairieland versus Raines softball going on NetSN. Center and Spring Hill baseball also going on. And of course us. Tomorrow, I'll be at Brook Hill bringing you the Brownsboro and Brook Hill baseball game. So tune in for that. Jackson Parker steps in, swings at the first pitch he sees for a strike. As we're already in the top of the third. That's going to go trickle down over to Underwood. Underwood with the throw, and it's under The glove of Mendez. It's going to go over to the fence. Braylon Dean is going to throw it, and Parker is going to get all the way to third base on that error. And that's going to be an E5, as it was a bad throw by Underwood. So now a running and scoring position for the Eagles. And they're back to the top of the lineup with Caden Fleming heading to the batter's box. Brooks looks in and brings the pitch. That's going to be just a little low. For ball one. That's a good hit out in the left field. Gets past Underwood. And Wedgeworth gets it. Run comes in for the Eagles, and they're first on the board. And that'll put Caleb Hart up to the plate. Fleming taking a little bit of a lead off first. Brooks going to check him out, bring it home, and Fleming is going to take second and in there in time. And that's a good hit. And down the foul, just about 10, 15 feet from the foul pole line, hits the fence. Two and one the count. Brooks checks the runner at second, brings it home, and a hit's going to be out of the right field. Braylon Dean catches it and gives the throw, but the runner's going to make it as Fleming advances over to third on the sacrifice fly by Hart. That's going to put one out on the board. And Jake Powell is going to step in with a runner in scoring position. Brooks checks the runner, brings the pitch outside for a ball. Want to give you a reminder about April 20th. NetSN is going to bring you the Azalea Orthopedics All-Star basketball games, girls and boys games. Live action here on NetSN. That's going to be a hit right towards Trevor Brooks, and they're going to take the action at home, and a good tag. Good job by Trevor Brooks to take it home for the tag out. So Powell makes it to first on a fielder's choice, but they keep the run from scoring. And now Jake Kerbo is going to come in. But again, on the Azalea Orthopedics All-Star game, if you'd like to go to that, you can go to the NetSN Live page on Facebook, or Azalea Orthopedics. That's a swing and a miss on that pitch. or the Azalea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Facebook page and get your tickets there, or you could also watch it live on NetSN. Girls game is at 5:30, boys game's at 8 o'clock. That's going to be low by Brooks. As Kerbo has a 1-1 count. Lindale leads 1-0 here in the top of the third. As Jackson Parker led things off with an error that got him all the way to third. A bad throw advanced him. And that's going to be a fair ball as Underwood tried to get it and was unable to get his glove on it. That's going to advance the runners. Kerbo hits a double. It puts runners at second and third for the Eagles. So with 2 outs, 2 on, Carson Plunkett will step up to the plate. He flew out back in the second. And he watches the first pitch go by on the outside corner for a strike. It's a beautiful night here in Chapel Hill. After the week we had of rain and flooding, it's kind of nice weather for tonight. It's cooling off a little bit. It's a high fly ball into center field. Cummings underneath and gets out number 3. So only 1 run comes in as a heads-up play by Trevor Brooks thwarts the second run coming in, and the Bulldogs are going to step into the batter's box next here on NetSN. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We are back. Designated hitter Case Williams is stepping in. We have time as the catcher, I guess, left something over in the dugout. And I think we're ready now. So Case is ready. Watches that one go down, but it's a little low. Ball 1 as Parker is ready. He had a good last inning with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And in there for a strike. Here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 is the score. That one's in there for a strike as well. So 1-2 the count. And here's the pitch. Hits the outside corner for a strikeout. Number 3 brings up Trevor Brooks. He'll step in Here's the pitch. And that's going to be foul down left field line. Oh, and 1 the count. 1-1. Gets that in there for a strike. And that's strikeout number 2. Tyler Wedgeworth now heading up. He watches that one go in, and that's going to be a ball. Foul back into the crowd and almost hit some students. Good thing they were actually watching. They ducked right out of the way. And that's 2 strikes. I think Wedgeworth thought that was strike number 3. But it was 1-1 the count there. So now it's 1-2. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. That's going to be high and inside for a ball. And here's the pitch by Parker. That's going to be in there for a strike. So a good outing by Jackson Parker. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Go the Bulldogs. And we're through 3. We'll be right back. We got a good one here in Chapel Hill. Don't go anywhere.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Carson Plunkett. Excuse me, Ryan Betts. I apologize. Plunkett flew out the last time. I didn't write that down. Ryan Betts got a base hit last time up. And swung really hard at that one, and it went about 3 feet. Hey, you can do a lot better than I can. Ryan Betts started the scoring trend with the 1 run he is responsible for. for the Eagles. But he's now down 0-2. Got to get something going here as we are in the top of the 4th inning here in Chapel Hill. That's going to be outside. So 1-2 now the count. That's down for a ball. Count runs even at 2. Brooks with the windup, 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a hit foul ball. So Betts stays alive. And he'll step in, ready to go as Brooks looks in, gets the call he wants, and with the windup. Good little breaking ball right over the plate, and no call. Must have been a little low. But from here, it looked good. That'll bring a full count for Ryan Betts. He's going to try to get things started again. Here's the pitch. And another hit. Griffin backhands and bobbles the ball, unable to make a play. So that's going to be an E6. And Betts makes it on an error. And that'll put Cody Hendrick up to the plate. Pitch count so far, not too bad. 51 for, now 52 for Trevor Brooks. 30 for Jackson Parker. Time at the plate as Hendrick steps back. Coach giving some signage. Gets what he wants, and Hendrick's ready to go. Steps off and throws over Trevor Brooks, not in time, as Betts head first back into first. And here's the pitch. Ooh, inside. Almost hit Hendrick. Checks the runner at first, and Brooks is ready. Here's the pitch. Just on the outside for a ball. Three-0 the count. Steps off Brooks, and no, not in time. Good job by Mendez to come off the bag. And that's going to be low. And a walk. First walk of the game, actually. Surprising. Go through almost 4 innings. 3 innings, no walks, and time for a little powwow. They're going to have a talk. We'll be right back. We're going to take a little break while they're doing this. Don't go away. Conversation over. Little pep talk for Trevor Brooks. That'll bring up Ty McCoy. McCoy flew out to right field. His last at bat. 2 on. And nobody out. And tries to bunt his way on, but that goes the wrong way. So 0-1 the count. Brooks looking to get out of this situation here with no runs. Breaks down for a bunt. Good job by Trevor as the sac bunt advances the runners just as planned. And that'll bring Jackson Parker. Jackson advanced to third on an E5 throw. Underwood threw it a little low and went under the glove of Ethan Mendez last inning. And he went all the way to third on that errant throw. That's going to be a foul ball backwards. And a strike. 1 out, 2 on. 0-1 the count to Parker. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high, about chin level for a ball. And low, says Blue. So 2-1 now the count. Brooks from the stretch. 2-1 pitch. That's going to go backwards. So the count runs even.
Why is this fully purple yellow? Then why is it
And just a bit inside, almost hit Parker there. That'll bring a full count. There's the pitch. And gets on the outside corner for a strikeout. A good job by Trevor Brooks to pink that outside corner. And now number 2. Back to the top of the lineup is Caden Fleming. He got a base hit for an RBI. His last at bat, last inning. And he watches that one go by for a strike. Brooks 1 out away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Checks over at third, brings the pitch, and it's going to be a fly ball out of the center field. Cummings gets underneath it. And they call it an out. The fans say he dropped it. And he dropped his glasses, not the ball. He lost his sunglasses in the outfield and not the baseball. And so that's going to be out number 3. So we'll be right back here on NetSN. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We were having some technical difficulties, and trying to get all that situated was not fun, but we kind of got it all figured out, and internet dropped here at Chapel Hill for some reason, and so we're now back up and running from one. And so hopefully we'll do our best to continue on and get you what we can. We got runner on second. And a high fly ball. It's going to be infield. And a catch by Trevor Brooks is going to be the second out. That's going to bring Carson Plunkett to the plate for no runs scored yet here in the top of the fifth. And just so you know, we're going to be able to, we were still recording earlier and during the outage that we had. So later on in a day or two, we'll put that recording in so you'll be able to watch anything that was missed. One ball, no strikes to Plunkett. Here's the pitch. That's going to go into the outfield, base hit. And runner comes around third. And in home, and a double by Plunkett. And that's going to bring Ryan Betts to the plate. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. Colby Myers is going to step in. So Myers up to the plate for the Eagles. Two to nothing is the score. That's going to pass by. And Plunkett's going to head on to third. And Brooks gets the ball. Going to take a little stroll back to the mound and kind of reevaluate some things. Checks over. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled backwards. And that's going to be one and one now the count. And a good little breaking ball, and I thought it caught the outside corner, but not according to the umpire. So it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. There's the pitch. That's going to be a high fly ball in short left field. And Jackson Cummings comes all the way over from center field to take that and gets out number 3. We'll be right back. You're watching Netizen. ready to kick off the bottom of the 5th. And Wedgeworth watches that one go by. That's going to be over to first base. And Plunkett grabs it and tags first for out number 1. Correction, that was I think that was Semeniago, excuse me, that was up last. Williams is now up to the plate. That one's going to be inside for a ball. So 2-1 the count. And he'll foul that one off and even the count at 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul. Now Williams ready to go. Here's the pitch. And a high fly ball infield as Powell steps in on the infield grass and gets out number 2. Trevor Brooks now steps in. Looking to make some changes here. See what he can get done. Watches the first 2 for balls. That's going to be fouled back. And that's going to be a trickler into the infield. And safe, says the umpire. So the Bulldogs have a runner on first base. Tyler Wedgeworth, excuse me, will head in. That's going to be low for a ball. And that's a good hit ball into the outfield, but it's going to be in short center field. And Kerbo will come in and get it for out number 3. We're through 5. We'll be right back. You're watching Net Us In. And we are back. Once again, we're glad that you're joining us. Sorry about all the trouble earlier. Again, we will upload some of the footage, and that way it'll be you won't miss anything from earlier from our blackout. I think we may have a tower issue in the area because we were doing great, and all of a sudden something happened. So Cody Hendrick is going to step in. And was in there for a ball. And that's high. So 3-1 is going to be the count. Swung on and missed for strike. And that's going to be a walk for Cody Hendrick here in the top of the sixth. That'll bring Ty McCoy. Aiden Warnell is going to come in for a pinch runner for Hendrick. And here we go. After a little something on the field. And that's a throw. Good job by Mendez to kind of grab that. In there for a strike. Good pitch. Another good pitch in there by Trevor Brooks for a strike. It's going to be fouled back. And there's a throw down to second. Not in time. Swung on and missed. Caught him in a rundown. Got him at second. Good job by Underwood to get that ball back over to Semeniego for the rundown. Throw down to second, not in time. It's going to go into the outfield, but no play. Pitch way inside. As Fleming kind of had to duck out of the way of that one. Brooks checks second. Here's the pitch and a good fly ball into the outfield. Wedgeworth there for out number 3. We're through 5.5 here in Chapel Hill. We'll be right back. back here at Chapel Hill. 2-0 is the score. Lindale holding on to that lead. Back at the top of the lineup, Connor Griffin stepping in. Had a base hit and a fly out so far in the game. Let's see what he can get taken care of. And a new pitcher on the mound as Caden Adams now pitching for the Eagles, number 15. Here's the pitch, and that's a good little breaking ball, but a little inside. Doesn't catch that corner. So 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that's inside as well. Almost hit Griffin, but he stood in there. Three and 1 the count. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit up the middle. Fleming with the throw over in time to Plunkett, out number 1. So Jackson Cummings steps in. Watches the first pitch go over for a strike. Good little cut ball by Caden Adams. That's going to go down the third base line. A good stop by Powell. Powell over to Plunkett. Plunkett with a good stretch. Out number 2. And a good play by the Eagles. Powell does a good job to run up on that one. Get that out. Chandler Lawson now steps in to the batter's box. He'll take a stab at getting a base hit. Watches that one go for a ball. And that one's going to go low for a ball as well. And here's the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball out of play on the right field side. Warnell tries to get over there, but I don't think he could hurdle the fence in time to catch that ball, as it's out of play. Adams with the pitch. It's going to go straight up the middle and into the outfield for a base hit, as Lawson gets on first. And Ethan Mendez will head up. Pinch runner comes in. Caden Neal will get on first base. Lawson will head back to the dugout and get ready. Get his catcher's gear on. That pitch is in there, a good pitch by Adams for a strike. As Mendez is down 0-1. That bounces. Good job by Hart to keep that from going back. Adams from the stretch checks over. Here's the pitch. And a wonderful, beautiful looking breaking ball crosses right over the plate for a strike. It'll be 1-2. Here's the pitch. And what they thought was a strike, they were heading back, and no, the umpire didn't call it. Got to wait for the call, guys. You can't just assume and head to the dugout. That'll be a ball. So Adams checks over to first from the stretch. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the outside for a ball, so that'll bring up full count. Runner goes. Hit and run was on. That's going to be a base hit into the outfield. And Warnell with it. Now runners at the corners. As Caden Neal gets over to third with the hit and run on. So 2 down with 2 down and 2 on. Coach is going to come out and have a conversation and maybe get a pitching change. While they talk, we're going to take a short break. Today's game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Powwow is over. Underwood steps into the plate. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball down to left field. And it's going to be in foul territory, and it's going to be caught. Good catch by Ty McCoy, and that's going to end the inning. Good job by Caden Adams and the Lindale Eagles to come out of that with no runs scored. We're on to the 7th. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN. Trevor Brooks still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Hudson LeGros, the winner of last night's game for the Eagles. No hitter, by the way, heading up to the batter's box. We're at the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. And catches the inside corner for a strike. And the Grove's going to find himself down 0-2. Here's the pitch by Brooks, and that's going to be a pitch. Good hit over to shortstop. Griffin over to Mendez. Out number 1. And 1 down for the Eagles. Jake Powell's going to step up. And it's going to be a high fly ball out into left field. And to the wall. It's got a good job by Wedgeworth to get it back in. Almost catches him on the at second base. And he doesn't, but he almost does, and we got a pinch runner coming out. Can't read the number, but it's somebody. Just trust me. We're kind of far away up here, kind of at the top of the hill. Trying to see things. Doesn't work out sometimes. I think it's number 12. Isaac Rogers. That's going to be inside for a ball. And that's Jake Kerbo at the plate. And he'll take that swing and cut, and it's going to go back foul. 1-1. Brooks sitting at 98 pitches right now. And gets that one kind of low for 99. That's fouled back behind us. Brooks looks in. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high and inside. That's going to go to the third base. Underwood throws. Mendez with the catch. And the out. Runner stays put. And a good play. Carson Plunkett now steps in. Trying to get something started here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul back. into the crowd. And people kind of getting out of the way over there. Brooks checks the runner a second, nobody there. Here's the pitch. That's going to be right over to Mendez. He grabs it, tags first base, and trots on. And now we're down to the bottom of the seventh, excuse me. Not the second, seventh. Intern Claire looked at me like she was going to cut me.
At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
We are back. That pitch is in there for a strike. And a high fly ball in the infield. As that's Caden Adams comes off the mound and makes a good catch. Mason Beck was the batter at that one. Case Williams now at the plate. In there for a strike. Oh, 0-2 now the count. That's going to be a hit into the outfield for a base hit. And the Bulldogs not going away quietly. As Trevor Brooks now going to step up to the plate. Pardon me. Coach having a little conversation. As Braylon Dean is going to step in as a pinch runner for Case Williams. And that one's going to be a foul ball down the left field line. Just shy, or just right to the left of the third base. Swung on and missed for strike two. So Brooks looking at an 0-2 count. 1 on, 1 out. And that one's going to hit the outside corner for a strikeout. So 2 away for Tyler Wedgeworth. That one's right down the middle for a strike. That one's a little high, around the chin. 1-1 now the count. Dean with a good lead off first. And swung on and missed by Wedgeworth. 1-2 the count. 2 away. 1 on first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be strikeout to end the ball game. So 2-0 is your final as the Eagles come away with the clean sweep for the week. Well, that'll do it for NetSN's coverage this week, or for tonight, actually, of this ball game. Join me tomorrow for the Brookhill-Brownsboro game. I'll be at Brookhill to bring you that game. But thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry about the trouble earlier, but when things happen, things happen. Thanks again for joining us. On behalf of intern Claire, I'm Keith Whitman. Come back and join us next time. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.